All right, so we are here at Mottley's with the co-owners of the club, Tim McIntire and John Lincoln, and also the winner of the first annual chili cook-off, which benefited the Greater Boston Food Bank. You could say benefit in air quotes. If you want.
We paid them some money.
They left with more money than they came with.
I think based on her figures, we paid for about 500 meals.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. What made you decide to do this show?
We thought it'd be funny.
This was his idea, which I loved. You know.
Why chili? What was?
Well, I don't know that there are any other kinds of cook-off. So we thought it chili. You know, we thought but we didn't even think about doing it for charity. At first, we just thought it'd be funny to have comics for chili cook-off. And then later we went, maybe we shouldn't be completely self-indulgent and involve some sort of. It's not just drunk comics binging on chili. Let's maybe.
But how did you get to cook-off? You say there's no other kind of cook-off, but how did you get to that point?
Well, I know when he pitched it to me, I love the idea because right now it seems like in Boston, every week there's another comedy contest. You know, there's comedy contests happening over Boston, and it's just kind of like, let's do like a non-comedy comedy contest.
And let's be clear, even though it was a non-comedy comedy contest, the other 7 comics who did not win are upstairs right now. Furious, lodging formal complaints. Some of them have never cooked in their life, and somehow
they're upset.
They're pissed that they only came in 4th.
Yeah, which I did come in first.
Comics are insecure, fragile people. We could invent something right now. A spoon chewing contest. Nobody's ever had a spoon chewing contest. We could find 7 comics to do it, and 6 of them would be pissed because they lost.
That said, the fact that I won this one, I think it's legitimate in some aspect.
You can show your certificate.
It's going to be in my bio. You can see with my certificate here. It's got my name presented to me. And to know it's real, it was signed by the owners of the club, and there's my signature there, proving that I did in fact win the contest.
Just to go through the process, there were 8 comics. They all made chili. There were 2 judges.
There were 3 judges.
There were 3 judges and a People's Choice Award.
Correct. Which Kelly McFarland won.
Kelly McFarland won.
Yes. Yeah, the 2 judges.
But I think if anything, Bush versus Gore proved that the People's Choice doesn't really matter.
No.
It's who's installed by the powers that be. So
there were
the judges though were credible. The owner and manager of Zuma's Tex-Mex restaurant were judges, which is they serve great chili over there, and they're a Tex-Mex restaurant. And we had a member of the Greater Boston Food Bank who was a judge, and totally unbiased.
And you're not related to any of them at all.
No, but I kissed a few on the way out.
I mean, it is. Obviously it's a little awkward that the owner of the club won the contest, but I think people need to take a bigger view and understand that this is probably the only thing John Lincoln is really going to win. So
this is the only comedy contest
let's just let him
I'll ever win.
Can we just let him?
I'm never going to win.
Let's just let him have
contest.
the moment.
So this is the one that I'm going to. This event was supposed to be stupid, though. I mean, this whole event was
mission accomplished.
Stupid. It was supposed to be a fun event. Let the comics do something fun on a weeknight. That's not because again, doing the whole industry nights and the comedy contests and things like that. You find that a lot of times comics are pitted against each other in a fashion that gets them in competition. This is supposed to be let's just have fun. It doesn't matter who wins. Of course. They're just proving that right now because upstairs they're bitching about the fact that
they dragged some more schmuck off the street. We want you to taste these 8 chilies and let us know who you think.
Yeah, seriously. Another comic showed up. Tyler Bowe came up just to hang out, see what was going on, and they actually started having him taste the chilies to get another vote from him to see what he really feels about the chili.
Right. The winner tonight got to headline the show, of course.
Yeah.
And just so people know what the stakes were involved, you had people like Tony V, Kelly McFarland, Dan Bulger.
I've always felt I should close a show with those guys on it. Really, Tony V, Kelly McFarland,
Tom Dustin,
Dan Bulger, Tony Muschietti.
I really don't know that I want it out on the internet that we fed people food that Tom Dustin touched. I don't know that I want that.
Well, we can show them exactly if you look behind you. This is the.
He did make a presentation.
We'll show the camera. This is the. Since Tom Dustin was very proud of this, if you can read this, this was the story of his San Diego Sizzle, and there's John Ozale was also
he's actually the recipe creator.
Yes.
Tom was just the
and he was the chef. You can see this here that they actually designate themselves recipe versus chef. So they were the only 2-man team in the competition.
Came in fifth.
Yeah.
And furious about it.
which shows you what happens when Boston comics work together.
Not that it's ever
The
happened
best
before.
part is, I called Tom on the way here. I was talking with Tom for the contest, and he was like, "Yeah, I got this little bio I wrote up and the name. I got pictures on." I was like, "Well, we're kind of keeping all the chilies anonymous, so people don't know who made which one." And he's like, "But I already framed it. Like that was it." I mean, but it's framed. What am I gonna do with it now?
Now, who did you contact at the Greater Boston Food Bank? How did you get them involved specifically?
John contacted them.
Yeah, I contacted them. Well, I felt it was one of those things where like it's a ridiculous contest. And it was kind of like, let's do it for fun, but if we're going to do it for fun, let's do it for a good cause as well. I mean, that's all it was to me. It was just like, and so then I was like, all right, what can we raise money for? It's a chili cook-off, some type of food bank. I started online, looked up credible food banks, found the Greater Boston one, and emailed them, got in touch
Like,
with them.
because there's some very shady food banks.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was a food bank I cared about.
Larry's Food Bank?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem-
Runs it out of the back of his
I don't
Monte
care about
Carlo.
feeding those people.
Larry's very.
You know, you only feed Democrats, right? Because I don't want any poor Republicans eating my fucking food.
Now, how did you pitch it to them? Hey, we're a bunch of comedians. We're going to bake chili, and we want to give you the result.
Honestly, they're a charity.
were-
We're raising money for you. They were on board.
But they were great. They were really great. They gave us some signs and
Pins. They came through actually pretty big. They emailed their email list. They told people about it, and one of the judges came in to judge the contest. So yeah, I mean they came through, and hopefully if it's worth it, we'll do this again if the comics want to do it.
So that'll be next spring. You'll do the second.
Baby, maybe.
Any changes for the second annual?
yeah, John's not allowed to.
Actually, I'm going to run for the second time. I feel
Okay.
I
Well,
want to
you're the
be
champion,
elected
okay.
again and prove that my chili is the best. Now, I probably shouldn't do that.
But then your chili just has to be that much better next year, because then people will be
got
gunning
your
for you.
little
They'll be gunning
The
for it.
recipe.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the secret ingredient was Sam Adams. I threw 2 beers in it, and apparently it did something.
Did you tell people you were throwing beer in it just in case?
No one knew that
So
the name
you,
of it was.
you threw somebody off the wagon tonight because they had.
Yeah,
This is fucking great chili! Oh man! He's licking his lips. Oh god!
Somewhere
This is the
there's-
best one.
6 months now he's living under a bridge. John Lincoln ruined my life.
There's somebody smashing windows in Faneuil Hall with a rock tonight.
Get John Lincoln. But my chili won.
That's what.
You ruined my life. My children won't die. But the chili was good. What?
So do you have any parting thoughts to people who might participate next year, or people who might donate to the Greater Boston Food Bank?
Well, first off, I would tell them to donate in general because they are, like I said, legitimate.
They're incredible. They're an incredible organization.
I was talking to her after. For every $1 they raise, they're able to buy $4 worth of food. That's good. That's what it actually comes out to be. And based on that, for every $1 they get 2.09 meals. So I mean, so every $1 does count. It's actually a charity where you give $1. It's going to feed 2 people. It's 2 meals for people. So I think it's a good cause. As for the contest itself, well, if we do it again next year, I won't be in it. I'll retire. And
We're going on top.
go out on top. And I don't know, maybe
I think we'll do it. I think it's fun.
it's fun. It was enough to be fun, and maybe next year we make it bigger and raise more money.
Have a belt, maybe, instead of a certificate.
Hey, this is gonna be on my refrigerator for the next 6 months, so don't knock the certificate.
I made this.
I made this. That's hilarious. How the hell did I win this contest?
I don't know.
Well, thanks for taking the time to
Thank
talk.
you for coming, Nick.